Okay, thank you everybody for your patience. We are going to get going right now. So our athletes, we will just wait for you to pay attention. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I am Mr. Fuller. I'm the athletic director here at W.H Croxford. Before we begin our program, I do want to say a few thank yous. I guess earlier this year, the Airdrie Echo approached me and they asked to do an interview, and they asked me a few questions in advance, and we had about a 5-10 minute interview. And the article was titled "The Rise of Croxford," and it talked about, it was a very lengthy article in the newspaper, and it talked about all of the people and students and athletes involved in our programs. What it did for me is it made me reflect a little bit. I've been here since the first day it opened, and we've come a long way since then, and it helped me kind of reflect and gratitude to be in this building, being with these people in the building. So first and foremost, I would like to personally thank our coaches, the ones that made it here, the ones that are still in their classrooms with their students. These guys are the engine to our athletics programs. They do it out of the kindness, out of their heart. No one is paid. In most cases, every coach that volunteers their time with our programs is somehow costing them money out of their pocket, whether it's the wear and tear in their vehicle, gas, we give them a little bit of money, but it's hardly enough to fill their pockets. So these people are incredible. They deserve a lot of recognition for just volunteering their time and going over and above what is asked of them from the school. So you guys are great. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to thank the parents. You guys are a big piece in our athletics programs as well. You're the ones that are getting our athletes to the game, making sure they're fed, making sure they sleep well, making sure that their emotions are in check for the big game. You guys, your support, it's incredible that I went to a few home basketball games this year, and just the amount of parents and community members that come in and support our programs is phenomenal. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for allowing your children to play on our athletics team. Hopefully they get the same thing back that we get to watch as well. So thank you, parents. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Next, I'd like to thank our administration, led by Mr. Jeff Smith, our principal. He has been a phenomenal advocate for our athletics programs. He has pushed us up in everything that we do. He has supported us with letting us hang some old jerseys out on the athletic entrance, getting us a TV where we're going to be able to profile some of the athletes. He's been our biggest advocator. Our whole admit team as well deserves a big thank you. They attended every single home game. Their schedules are crazy. You can't even predict it. They come in, they made a great effort to come to all of our home games to support, to watch our athletes. So big thank you for our administration for being so supportive. Next, I would like to thank our fans. So beyond the parents, this goes into maybe the grandparents, the friends, even some people from other schools. We've had people from other high schools in Airdrie come into pretty much all of our home games, and sometimes even support us when it's outside of their school that isn't in our building. So thank you to the fans that come in, support. We were trying to live stream it, that was our delay. So we're gonna actually post this later this afternoon so people can still watch, and the people who couldn't make it can still hear what we have to say about our athletes. The last people I'd like to thank is our athletes. This year, Mr. Vossman sat down with our fall sports, with our winter sports, and we challenged you. We challenged you to take the next step, to be a little bit more attentive to detail, to put a little bit more effort in. And my goodness, the results this year came in. You guys are the biggest thank you out of all of our groups because you are the entertainers. You are the ones doing the work. You are the ones making Croxford proud. It is incredible to see. I do get emails across, even just across Alberta, where we are making an impact at different tournaments, where we're getting extra invitations to some bigger, higher quality tournaments because of the people sitting in our bleachers right now. I feel so grateful just to be in your presence because we've had some phenomenal people come through our building and are still in our building. And I want to let you know that you are a big difference in our program. You are the reason why people know who we are. So thank you to our athletes. So, I will do a quick year in review. We have our Cavalier awards, we have some senior awards, we have our all-star awards, and then we have the very exciting Athlete of the Year awards last. So, I'd like to we'll start in the fall. We had 4 out of 4 of our minor sports being represented at provincials this year. Golf provincials, Danica Perrard got 10th this year in the province. It was her second time appearing at provincials to represent Croxford. We then went to cross-country provincials. Hayden Byrne competed at provincials for us as our lone competitor. Football in the fall as well. They started mid-August. They have actually put in hours of work, even in the off-season this year for next year. But this year, part of their hard work already paid off. Most of the season, they were ranked 2nd in the province. They started out the season 6-0 with a final record of 8-2. They were ranked 11th in the country for some time this year. Yes, that is something to be proud of. That is something to be proud of. And quite possibly, my favorites is, if you don't follow our football team has set up some Airdrie rivalry games. So we play Birchurch and George Mack for a championship belt and a turkey classic. This year we won both of our games. We got the belt. I know the football team's very proud of that. So best in Airdrie as well. Moving on to the volleyball season, our volleyball teams were very successful as well. Our senior boys placed 3rd at zones. They were also the Holy Trinity Academy tournament champions. That tournament was actually a tournament that had pretty much the same as the zone tournament or the zone championship. So they were right in the mix of borderline going to provincials. A really tough loss in the semifinal, but they had a great season. Senior girls finished 2nd at zones. They also won the Bishop O'Byrne tournament, and that was a pretty good tournament as well. Junior boys also placed 3rd at zones. Moving into the winter sports, our basketball teams did extremely well. So our senior girls, our junior boys were divisional champions. We got some banners up. We're going to have some more banners up coming up over here. Super great. Our senior boys finished 2nd in Canmore. They finished 4th in zones. In one game in that Canmore, they scored 176 or more points. It was wild. I don't even know how that was possible. So that was a really good showcase for their senior boys. JV girls also had a great season. They finished 2nd at divisionals. Almost took home that banner, but right there, which is awesome to see. Curling, our girls program, won almost won the turkey, but they won divisionals, they won zones, they went on to provincials, and their pool was actually one of the hardest pools. Two of their groups in the pools made the final, and they competed with them. I think they lost by only 2 points, were to get to the top 3, and they were tied for 5th. So really, really good job for our curling team. Moving on to badminton, we had numerous people make it out of divisionals into zones, which means they finished first or second in their respective category. We had one group, our grade 10 brother-sister combo, make it to provincials in badminton mixed doubles. Cam and Brooke Bergstrom represented us really, really well. Their only 2 losses at provincials were against the teams that were in the finals as well. The team that won kind of smashed through everyone. They had the most points against that team out of any other team that they played. So in my heart, they got 3rd. On paper, they got 5th at provincials, which is something to be very proud of. Moving on to track and field, we had 3 provincial qualifiers, Cameron Cobble in the 3,000 meter. We had Moyo in the 100-meter hurdles. And we had Joa Boo qualify for discus. Moving on to rugby, our boys program, although it was a young program, unfortunately provincials happened to be the same weekend as our graduation, so a lot of our seniors wanted to value the graduation ceremony, but they had an incredible season regardless. They finished 1st in the Clearwater Cup tournament. If you don't know what that is, it's a 16-person tournament. Basically the best junior teams in all of Alberta. We went up against teams like Western, who has like 2,500 people in their school, and they're normally pretty solid team. And our team took the cup on that one, so that was really promising. That carried over into provincials. They finished 4th at provincial 7s for boys rugby, and they were very close. It was within a try in both the bronze and semi-final games, so they have a really bright future ahead of them as well. The girls also, they didn't go in the Clearwater tournament, but they finished 2nd in zones. It was a very, very close matchup again. It could have been anybody's game, so really good job to the rugby teams. Okay, let's get on to some awards. How this is going to work is... What? We'll get some awards. Soccer, oh sorry. Soccer, wow, I deserve that. Soccer, boys soccer, they just finished their season. They lost in OT in the bronze medal game for divisionals, and they had a really close OT game in the semifinals against Birchurch, who eventually won the tournament. So it was a very, very close. Good job to the soccer boys. Sorry, I moved on. Okay, so we are going to move on to the Cavalier Awards. These awards represent those athletes who put in the daily effort, were coachable, were someone who the coach could always depend on. These awards are presented to the athlete that works hard every day, gives 100%, and is someone the coaches can always depend on. And I get to go first. So how this will work, coaches, I know I talked to most of you, but not all of you. We will say our award winners. If you get called up, come on up. We will say a couple words about you. If you want to just stay up here until we get them all through, then we'll send you back to your seats after that. So, the Golf Cav Award winner is Ethan Block. Ethan Block golfed with us. He was there early in the morning with a big smile on his face, chatting with all the other golfers. He said he didn't have the best day, but he said he had a great time, and all smiles for Ethan. Next up is cross country, Will Gregson. Although not our top runner on our team, Will Gregson was the most enthusiastic. Each training day, he would remind me about practice and ask about the details of the upcoming workout. With his good nature and humor, he raised the spirits of the team, coaches included. Over the course of the season, his technique, stamina improved immensely. Great job, Will. Doesn't look like he's here. He's clean.
Yeah, you can do both.
All right, so I'm here for the boys and girls soccer team. So starting off with the girls, my award winner is Jin Bad. Jin came to every practice and game with a huge smile on her face and is always excited to play. She led by example, working with passion and enthusiasm. Even when we were down, Jin never gave up and consistently inspired her team to dig deeper and keep trying. Wish her all the best. All right, for boys soccer, Tyson Heather is my account winner. Tyson was the heart and soul of my team this year. He was the only calming presence on the field, I think, when we were that chaotic all the time. His catchphrase was, "I am here." He basically was there anytime I needed him and did anything I needed. He steps up to every challenge and puts everything he does into every game he plays. I wish him all the best. Thank you.
Check. Right. Okay, so for football, with our Cavalier award, we have Bryce Hanson. Okay, there's no better example within our football program of commitment to his craft, belief in the process, or unwavering desire to improve than Bryce Hanson. Bryce did whatever the team asked of him and needed him. Being the premier long snapper in Rocky View while also carrying the load is no easy task for anyone, but Bryce's team-first attitude and unmatched work ethic is not just doing things right once, but doing them until he can't get it wrong. Was a major contributor to our team's historic success this year, not to mention his ability to hold himself and others accountable. Bryce is a prime example of embodying the Cavalier standard in all facets of his student-athlete career, and we can't wait to see what next year has in store for him. Congratulations, Bryce.
Okay, moving on to volleyball. Junior girls volleyball, Parika Sindhu can come out for the Cavalier Award. Parika is not only a great individual athlete, but she also thrives in the team environment. She understands the significance of leadership, teamwork, inspiring her teammates to perform at their best. Parika possesses strong communication skills, fostering a sense of unity and cooperation within our team. She led by example, motivating her teammates through their unwavering commitment, sportsmanship, and determination to succeed. Parika embodies everything it means to be a Cavalier, which makes her extremely deserving of the Cavalier Award this year.
I'll do senior girls first, then you can do boys afterwards.
I'll do the senior. I went out of order here. I'll do senior girls next. Senior girls winner is Eva Dukes. She was a staple on our senior team this year. Everyone would like to talk to her. She taught everyone. She is a true Cavalier.
For JV boys, on behalf of Mr. Buell, I'd like to congratulate Finn McNamara for the JV boys volleyball coaches award. Finn was one of the hardest working players on the team. He would play any position we asked of him and always brought a positive attitude every game in practice. We are proud to present this award to you, Finn. And for senior boys volleyball team for the Cavalier Award, I'd like to congratulate Ethan Chabot. I've had the pleasure to coach Ethan for 2 years now, and he embodies absolutely everything about what it means to be an athlete, always looking to improve, get better, and the heart and soul of our volleyball program. So congratulations, Ethan.
Okay, moving on into our winter sports. Let's go with our basketball coaches on deck here.
All right, so for the JV Girls Cavalier Award this year, it is Ivy Layton. So Ivy came into the season with high expectations for herself and for the team, and even though I don't think she always realized it, she carried those expectations with everybody on the team, and they rose to meet them. That's because of her quiet leadership. So the talent is there, the heart and drive. She never missed a practice, even when she was broken in multiple ways, and I very much look forward to seeing her next 3 years in Cavaliers basketball.
All right, my Cavalier Award for the JV boys is Soren Layton. Soren was the energy of the team. This team was very skillful and lots of size, but where we lacked was energy. Soren never wanted to come off the floor and was always outworking everyone. He kept the team in line and was super helpful in practice. Sometimes practices, players would get distracted or weren't pushing themselves, but Soren always kept them in check. He always helped me with whatever I asked him to do, whether it was getting football pads or practice or being the heart and energy of the team. Congrats, Soren.
Okay, I've been asked to speak on behalf of Coach Diane for the senior girls basketball team, so I'm just going to forward her words. Congratulations for our Cavalier Award, Michaela Intabel. All right. Michaela is a personification of heart and hustle, max tenacity, and the fact that she did not and would not give up made her a force to be reckoned with. Combining this relentless mindset with her high level of strength and conditioning made it difficult for opponents to run their offenses, allowing us coaches to just sit back and enjoy the show. This is why she was recognized as the league's Defensive Player of the Year. Michaela will be pursuing a post-secondary degree in journalism, and you may see her on the court yet this upcoming season at the post-secondary level with SAIT's women program. We wish her luck. Congratulations, Michaela, on this well-deserved award.
Okay, I'm doing the senior boys basketball team. The Cavalier Award goes to an athlete who was always first in the gym, never missed practices, was also a three-point specialist on our team and a captain and just a very important player on our team. I've coached him for 2 years now, and I really enjoy coaching this kid. I'd like to ask Nathan Stanford, come on up.
Moving on to curling. So on behalf of Mr. Pendergast, I'd like to present the Cav Award winner to Jordan Frankiewicz. I hope I said that right. Jordan has been the heart of the team for 4 years. She's always helpful and kind, uplifts her teammates, and when they got down on themselves.
For badminton, we really had a banner season for Croxford, numerous division medals and players in zones, and our best place ever at provincials. For our male Cavalier Award, we'd like to recognize Jacob Gardner. As a mixed doubles partner with his sister Janae, they persevered to a second place at divisionals and battled extremely hard in zones. And Jacob was always the embodiment of hard work and practice and continue to look to improve, so congratulations. And our female badminton Cavalier Award, you'll hear her name a few times tonight, Cameron Caldwell, congratulations. Over the last 2 years, Cameron has shown incredible improvement in her strategy and ability and skill on the court, culminating in a second place at divisionals and bronze medal at zones, just missing out on provincials. So congrats, Cameron. Can't wait to see you in future holds.
All right, track and field, we had a challenging season with smoke, but for track and field, the two students that we'd like to recognize with the Cavalier Award showed dedication at practice, were helpful and supportive at track meets. I'm proud to present the Cavalier Award to Marcus Ganza and Kiara Neben.
Oh, we already did boys soccer. Good. Okay, moving on to the rugby. Sorry, Michelle.
Okay, I'm gonna go rogue a bit and leave them guessing because there are actually so many girls that could have got this award. But for the Heart Cav Award, even more than our All-Star, this particular person was incredibly tough, as we have so many girls who fell in love with the sport and have shown positivity, passion, resilience, and leadership throughout the season. However, this one player stands out in that category above all others because of her consistency. Now, when you look at this player or hear her speak, you might not say to yourself, wow, she must go smash girls on the field. In fact, you might not even know she plays rugby. But this player is one of our biggest rugby fans. She would see me in the hallways all through the winter and say, hey, Miss Thompson, I'm working on my muscles for rugby, or something like that. But unfortunately, she got injured in one of our earlier games and couldn't play the rest of the season. However, she was at practices, games, wearing face paint, running water bottles, recording jersey numbers, and more. As Ms. Dewar said, this player truly loves the sport, did anything to make a difference. Our Cav Award goes to Victoria Harrison.
Do you want me to read?
You want to read Grace? Pretty Connor.
All right, and I'll just do the boys here, okay? The boys Cav Award for rugby is Benson Kirkpatrick. Benson sets the bar high, he works hard, he's accountable. He is the epitome of the type of athlete that deserves this award. Well done, Benson.
Congratulations to all the winners. Next, we will move on to our Team MVP Awards. These are presented to individuals on the teams whose play stood out to the point of calling them their team's all-stars. Okay, we will start with golf. I'd like to present this award to Danica Perrart. Our only provincial qualifier, top 10 in the province. This was an easy decision. Way to go, Danica. Well deserved. Moving on to cross country. This award is presented to Hayden Byrne, also another provincial qualifier competitor. Hayden Byrne has been the heart and soul of the cross-country team the last 2 years. He attended every workout and led by example through his hard work and positive attitude. He pushed hard through every workout and as such inspired the other runners to dig deep and improve. At races, he struck fear into his opponents with his tall stature, obvious athleticism, and the tall, pointy mohawk. Little did they know what a nice guy he is. No surprise, he was our top runner at zones and the sole qualifier for the provincial championship. Well done, Hayden.
All right, I'm back. All right, so for girls soccer, it's to Emila Mills won my MVP award. Emila eats, sleeps, and breathes soccer. She's always the first to pester me about tryouts every single year and is never happy with her best. She puts her whole heart into the game and controls the middle of my field. She plays with fire and raises to the challenge at hand and inspires the others around her with her sheer intensity. I'm lucky enough to have one more year with this one. Congratulations. All right, my MVP for boys soccer is Ruben Contreras. Ruben has one of the best game sense and is probably one of the calmest keepers I've ever had the opportunity to work with. He came to every game with a smile, and even though we pushed him into penalty shots 2 games in a row, he still seemed to be excited about it. All the best. So he leads through example, and his passion for the game is beautiful to watch. We're gonna miss his leadership, his perseverance, his positivity, and his skills next year. Thanks.
Okay, so our next one is for football. Firstly, we're going to start off with naming our League All-Star Awards that were handed out by the league. So our first one is Bryce Hansen. Next is Khalil Rahim, who is also named our most outstanding lineman for the whole entire league. Awesome job. Dylan Shaver, Jagger Kleisinger. Our coach's award is Zachary Barnaby and Marcus Lowe. And the last one, I'm going to call so guys, stay up here, please. Football players, stay up in front, please. Bryce Hansen, come back to the front, please. Bryce Hansen. Okay. And our last one, this one is our All-Star, Tyson Heather. Not only is a league All-Star, but our team All-Star. This is the guy that started all 3 ways. As good of a receiver and DB he was. Unfortunately, he was a better kicker, and now he's going to St. FX for the fall to play for the X-Men. So football players, just stay on the side. Barnaby, don't leave. We're going to take a picture over here. Thank you very much.
All right, moving on to volleyball. Junior girls volleyball, our MVP is Zaya McIntyre. Beyond her individual skills, Zaya displayed remarkable leadership qualities. She consistently went above and beyond during practices and games, always striving to improve her skills and contribute to the team's growth. Zaya has showcased exceptional talent, skill, dedication throughout the season, making her the deserving recipient for the All-Star Award for the Junior Varsity Girls Volleyball team. Senior Varsity Girls, the award goes to Jessica Bergstrom. She is signed in grade 11 to a youth sport team. University of Saskatchewan is looking forward to her coming and competing with their program at the post-secondary level. If you've ever not watched her play, I would highly encourage it. I think she broke 2 noses by hitting a ball into other people's faces this year. So she did say sorry, but she's a really good volleyball player.
Since we haven't done it yet, before I present my boys volleyball awards, let's take a minute to thank Mr. Fuller, our athletic director, for all the work he's done this year in organizing everything, in setting this up, in being our guide for coaches and everything. So please, everyone, a huge round of applause for Mr. Fuller. Okay, JV boys, once again, on behalf of Mr. Buell, with a switch in positions to begin the season, this athlete embraced the change and can always be counted on when we needed a clutch serve, a simple pass, or a big hit. He did it all this year, and I look forward to seeing him hone his skills over the next 2 years. We're proud to present the JV MVP award to Cam Bergstrom. And also a league all-star. And for senior boys volleyball, I was told coming in, I only coached this guy for 1 year, I was told his previous coach, he's got no skills, he's not allowed to pass the ball, just don't touch the ball if it's anywhere with the net, but he worked incredibly hard to get better throughout the season. I was really impressed with his work ethic and thirst to improve, and he became really a dominant middle attacker and blocker in our league, so big man, Cam Watson, senior boys volleyball.
Okay, basketball.
Okay, I'm just going to own this because I only write this person's last name. But you all know her, you love her. It's Nina. Sorry. Nina is epitome of hard work, dedication, leadership, and talent. We were so privileged to have her on our team this year, and she has an incredible future ahead of her within basketball and beyond. So, ready to go, Nina.
All right, the JV boys MVP is Ahmed. Ahmed is a great leader. He really kept the team in line, always was the first person to learn new plays and was able to help teammates understand them. He was an absolute floor general. Not only could he score the basketball from inside or the three ball, but he controlled the pace of the game. He didn't get frantic, but actually was very good under pressure. Congrats, Ahmed.
Okay, I'm up for senior girls basketball again. I'm just going to forward Coach Diane's words. So, this individual arrived at W.H Croxford as a grade 11 student athlete. Immediately, she was an impact player, started every game. She was awarded the league's defensive player that year. Then brought her winning ways to grade 12, elevating her play on the road to being awarded the league's most valuable player this season. Congratulations, Tana Layton. And she goes on, so aside from her gifts with the basketball in her hands, Tana had a big impact with her connection to the pulse of the team, keeping everyone calm and clear-minded during tense situations and knowing when to set the example with her aggressive play and have opponents playing on their heels. Tana will bring all these attributes to the next level of basketball and academics as she's officially signed to attend the University of Winnipeg and play for the women's team. Congratulations, Tana.
Senior boys basketball MVP. So this player made the team in grade 10 and contributed to the game, to our team, but it made major leaps and bounds into his grade 11 year. Dominating the game, this athlete can shoot threes, can take it inside, can post up people, can even dunk it on you. And this athlete's in grade 11 and they are going to have a great year next year. The MVP of the senior boys basketball team is Benson Thompson.
Where am I going here?
Oh, there we go. Next, we have curling. The MVP for the curling team is Danica Part. Again, Danica was an integral part of our curling program this year. She worked closely with her team to provide the feedback and showed great growth with her strategy to call the right shots at the right time.
Okay, our badminton MVPs are a mixed doubles team, twins, so we'll call them out, Cavan Brooke Bergstrom. Congratulations. These two, they were not able to pair up last year as Brooke was committed to volleyball, and Cam ended up winning singles divisionals, and then they finally got to, meet their destiny and be a mixed doubles team this year, getting second place at divisionals and winning an epic zone semifinals against the Cochrane team that beat them at divisionals, I believe 21-19 in the third set, making it all the way to provincials. And like Mr. Fuller said earlier, making the provincial quarterfinals, which is the best ever badminton achievement for Croxford students, and only losing to the two teams that end up in the finals. So tremendous year. Can't wait for what the next 2 years bring as well. Cameron Brooke, good job.
All right, the male all-star for track and field is a speedster. At zones, he got third at the senior boys 200 meter and first at the senior boys 100 meter. At zones, he went on to get first again at the 100-meter hurdles. Now, hurdles is not easy. You need to run at 100%, and you need to jump over 10 obstacles that are about 3 feet high, about this tall. So it's not easy. Please join me in congratulating the boys all-star for track and field, Moyo Ojale. And the female MVP for track and field is an all-around rock star. This athlete competed in 2 events on the track, 1 event on the field. At divisionals, she placed second at both the 3,000 meter and javelin, and got 5th at the 1,500 meter race. At zones, she gained place second at the 3,000 meters, and that's 7.5 times around the track. And to qualify for provincials, where she went on to place 12th in the province. Please join me in congratulating the girls all-star for track and field, Cameron Cobble.
Okay, so for the All-Star for Girls Rugby, again, it's a challenging one, and we haven't chosen one of our more senior players. In rugby, we do end up with injuries. And so when we're trying to decide our All-Star, we really went for consistency this year, both because they could play in zones and were in grade 9, as well as they were able to not get injured. So this person has earned it because they really were our biggest impact player. Not only was she in grade 10, but she'd never picked up a rugby ball or played before this year. Although she's not our only player to score multiple tries, this player was one of our most consistent. She was at practices, games, playoffs. She played almost every minute of every game. And if you've never played rugby before, this is a huge ask in a 60-minute game. There was a few times this player would look over wondering if there was a sub for her, having just taken 10 tackles, ran the entire length of the field, scored, kicked our conversions, but there was no subs, so she just kept going. When we asked her to step up at fly half, one of the most technical positions on the field, as a brand new player, she stepped up and just made it happen, smiling all the way. In Coach James's words, this player was tenacious. In Miss Dewhurst's words, this player was dependable and willing to try anything and always have fun. Congratulations, Kendra Taylor. And senior boys or boys rugby. Soren Layton is the winner of the All-Star for the boys rugby. Soren's athletic gifts make him a highly competitive player. His drive makes him a standout rugby player as well. Soren regularly made game-breaking plays and has lots of room left to continue to grow as a rugby player and leader. Congratulations, Soren.
Okay, next up on the program, we are going to recognize our grade 12 boys soccer, girls soccer, and rugby with a commemorative plaques, cutouts. So these are given to anybody who played on one of our major sports teams as a grade 12. So we hope that these end up in some dorm rooms or maybe in your room and you can remember Croxford fondly. So I'd like to call up Juan, Moyo, Austin, Rana, Tyson, Daniel, Ruben, Denzel, Jinpreet, Valeria, Sarah, Maria, Martha, Jin, Victoria, Olivia, and Anash.
I'll do the girls soccer. Or yeah, girls soccer rugby.
Congratulations, grade 12. Thank you for your participation. Okay, next up, we don't have any necessarily awards, and I just realized I did forget one, so I'm going to apologize in advance. But I guess in Croxford here, when I did that interview for the paper, they asked how many people are going to post-secondary institutions to play sports past your school, and I started compiling a list, and it just makes me so grateful to be a part of this, where we had 37 students, alumni or current, that have committed to post-secondary programs after playing in our program. So we don't necessarily have anything for you, but a big congratulations, and we wish you well. Here are our post-secondary commitments for next year. Jessica Bergstrom, she actually did this in grade 11. She was offered a spot at University of Saskatchewan volleyball. She's on her way there next year. Eva Dukes, also grade 11, signed with a commitment letter to University of Brandon, also for volleyball. Tyson Heather, St. FX University for football. Marcus Slow, Prince George Kodiaks for junior football. Khalil Rahim for St. Mary's football. Tana Layton for University of Winnipeg basketball. Ruben Contreras for I2I Soccer Academy in the UK. And then Mac, I'm sorry, I'll have your name in there. Mac, are you? Sorry, I didn't know if it was or true. No, I didn't have it in there. So if Mac's going to state it, like, okay, I'll stop. Okay, moving on. So congratulations to those athletes. Okay, the next here is we have our letter awards winners. These are to any athlete. This generation, so the grade 12s, grade 11s, they missed their grade 9, grade 10 year because of COVID. The names up that I'm going to be reading were people who participated in at least 4 sports over their course of their time here at Croxford. So if they completed a basketball season for their entire time here, or they mixed in a few sports. These are people, they might not have been recognized in terms of being the All-Star or the Cavalier Award winner, but we want to recognize them for being part of our programs and making a substantial commitment into our programs. So I'd like to call up Michaela Inveld, Jordan Frankovich, Jessica Bergstrom, Kalina Crawford, Tana Layton, Brianna Wong, Sarah Zachary, Ken Dominguez, Caleb Smith, Cameron Watson, Jäger Kleisinger, Carter Sensabaugh, Tyson Heather, Rana Baga, Roman Wells, Moyo Ojale, Vuk Rashkatson, Kate Campbell, Nathan Stanford, and Junior Mahfouni. Thank you, grade 12s. Okay, last thing on the agenda, and looks like we're going to make it before the bell as long as coaches don't talk forever, but what I'd like to do here, just really quickly first, is right on the screen. Here we go. Our Athlete of the Year awards, so we have 4 of them. We have a junior girls, junior boys, senior girls, senior boys. Just for transparency, I will read to you what I gave the coaches for our criteria of a Athlete of the Year. So, first criteria, they have participated in a minimum of 2 extracurricular school activities. The athlete should be demonstrating an above average degree of athletic ability in all activities he or she participated in. The athletes should have excelled in at least one of those activities they participated in. The athletes should have demonstrated leadership abilities on and off the court, field, course, or rink that made him or her respected individual in the eyes of the staff, fellow athletes, and by the student body in general. The athlete should have demonstrated to all a desire to better him or herself through athletics at W.H Croxford, and above all, the athlete exemplifies athletic, personal, and sportsmanship abilities and qualities that have brought pride to the respect of him or herself at W.H Croxford in the view of the community, opponents, and other schools. How we do it is we gather anyone who qualifies under these conditions. The coaches, we can all come together. Each team member or each team gets a vote. We whittle it down to 2 deserving candidates, and then we take the vote. This year's candidates are awesome. I am so happy for every one of our award winners. So we will start with our JV Female Athlete of the Year. I'd like to call Ms. Coombs up to talk about this person.
Okay, I have the extreme pleasure of awarding the Female Junior Athlete of the Year to an amazing individual. This person was talented in multiple sports, including basketball, soccer, badminton, and track for Croxford, and really embodies what it is to be a Cavalier athlete. In basketball, she was a silent hero, a supportive team player. She went in, did her job, and was a huge impact on the momentum of the game. In badminton, her coaches say she has the heart of a champion. She always is always working to do her best and relentless on the court. She embodies the work ethic of a Cavalier. For track, this person got her personal best in running 8 seconds in provincials after she qualified for getting second in zones. She has a high level of dedication and is always looking to improve. Last but not least, this person played for my girls' soccer team. She never came off the field and never backed down from a challenge. She played with positivity, tenacity, and never let anyone get by her. She was a pivotal player in my backfield, and I am excited to get the privilege to teach her a couple more years. The JV Junior Athlete of the Year is Cameron Cobble.
So this, for our JV Athlete of the Year, this is a gentleman that I've had the privilege of coaching for this past year and seeing him really grow from a strong one-way player, being one of the most dominant grade 10s that we've seen at Croxford. He was that centerpiece of our defense, and by the end of the year, the big thing for him is he turned into an amazing fullback, and as an offensive coach and coordinator, it makes us really happy that we can see him get the ball and we know he's getting 5 yards and he's going to run through somebody every time. For him though, not only was he a league all-star for Rocky View, he made provincials for track, but outside of school, he plays in the spring league for the Airdrie Raiders, and he's been named a league all-star for 2 years in a row. So once as a grade 9, the fact that he's beating up grade 11s in grade 9. Grade 10 did it again, so now we get him for 2 more years at Croxford. We are very excited. Joe Abu-Mebrek!
Congratulations, Joe. I did. Okay. Oh.
Next is our Senior Girls Athlete of the Year. This young lady represented Croxford at 2 provincial championships. She is a ton of hardware, probably sitting on her lap right now. She is an exceptional young lady. I was very fortunate to spend some time with her at the provincials for golf. The winner is Danica Perart, our Senior Athlete of the Year. One thing that too is her curling coach Mark Pendergast, who's not here said that she was so phenomenal in curling. She had no experience joining our programs. She learned everything, and Mr. Pendergast said she is basically another coach out there for him. She took her team, led them, taught them, and they did extremely well at provincials. So that has a lot to do with Danica. We have 2 trophies here for you. We'll give you a big one to stay at the school, and you can keep the small one. But if you want to take some pictures with it, go for it. Congratulations, Danica.
All right, good morning. So I've been asked to present the Male Athlete of the Year for 22-23. So hello everybody, so fans and parents, supporters, my name is Keegan Vosman. I wear many hats here at Croxford: sport, performance, strength, conditioning, football, basketball, accountability, enforcer, amongst other things. I have the prestigious honor of introducing your Male Athlete of the Year. If you take a stroll through our halls on any given day, you may not even notice this guy. A calm, quiet, respectful young man who contributes many intangibles to every team he is involved with, but it is what he doesn't say that matters most to our teams. An impact leader on and off his chosen field of play or court, and a hard worker in the classroom. This guy leads by example. He's a consistent early riser for our 7:30 a.m. sport performance classes all year, someone who puts in the extra time to perfect his craft, and a guy you literally have to carry off the field in an ambulance to stop him from playing. A guy that swears his bright purple Crocs in the weight room are a performance-enhancing substance. Strapped up or not, Crocs are not the steroids of footwear, just so you know, but also a guy that people listen to when he speaks, whose teammates look up to him, whose work ethic is unmatched, rises to the demands of the big moments, and one of the most reliable and consistent athletes I personally have ever coached. W.H Croxford will miss you. The impact and legacy you leave behind to future WHC student athletes will outlast the paint on these walls. Congratulations, Tyson Heather, our 2022-2023 Male Athlete of the Year. Purple Crocs. Oh, that's a big one. And then
Okay, that concludes our ceremony. I would want to thank everyone again. This year, this post-COVID stuff, I didn't realize how much I love sport until it doesn't exist, but I was so fortunate to go to 3 out of 4 of those provincial championships, or 2 out of 4 of those provincial championships. Oh, Tyson dropped it, that's okay. Didn't break. I'm so fortunate to be a part of your guys' lives, and I just get to witness the payoff of all the hard work. Thank you again to parents and all the stakeholders. Last day of school, so this is awesome. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes to the bell. Here are, we can hang out until the bell. Parents, if you're afraid of a stampede of kids, the north doors are the safest. If you go anywhere over there, sometimes it gets pretty busy. So we will leave the gym open for anyone in here if you want to mingle, if you want to talk. You're not dismissed quite